Hello, everybody. So we're going to go ahead and get in the weekend forecast, what's going on. So from the 18th to the 20th November. So let's go ahead and see. Let's start off with Friday the 18th. Let's see what's going on for the collective. This is for everybody who it resonates with. So let's go ahead and see what's happening. First, we're going to pull a LQ card, and then we're going to get some tarot in each one. So Friday the 18th, what's happening? What's the energy? What's going on? All right. Okay, so we have She Who Regrets, Eclat, Battle, Victory, and Bitterness. So there's some kind of regret going on today. You might be like in like that nostalgia mode, thinking back about the past, things that you've done wrong, something that it didn't fit well with you, and you're having some regret on it. So let's see. Let's go ahead and clarify. What is this regret about? All right. You know, I find like regret, I mean, it's good to have learned the lesson, and maybe you might have to have some forgiveness and apologize even maybe. But usually it's like something within you. It's something that didn't turn out right. You have regret over. It could be even somebody that did something to you. But regret, the only good thing out of regret is learning the lesson from it and offering forgiveness. And what I mean by learning the lesson from it and forgiveness is really meaning it. Because, you know, we have those people that say they or apologize and things like that, but then they keep doing the same behavior. Well, that is not really forgiveness, is it? So regret never really holds much weight unless you deal with the situation and learn from it. So we have the Ace of Swords. So see, this is getting some kind of clarity here. So there's been some kind of clarity coming in where you are realizing that something didn't go the way you wanted, and maybe you could have acted differently. So there's some kind of truth and clarity coming in from that. The underlying is missing out on an opportunity, or maybe you're turning your back on something. So I feel like this regret is maybe somebody needed your assistance or help or tried to talk to you about something and you kind of blew them off, or they really trusted in you with a situation. Maybe you ended up gossiping or didn't handle the situation well. So there's some regret around it. This also could be that somebody turned their back on you, ghosted you, and you're having regret over it. If it's the situation where somebody turned their back on you or ghosted, I would just let it go, because, you know, we don't want to chase people. People have their own free will, and you don't want to lower your self-esteem to be groveling or putting all your eggs in someone else's basket. If they turn their back on you, take that as a no and move away. Don't be, going stalking them, begging them, anything like that, because you have to have that self-esteem within yourself and deserve respect. So if somebody's turned their back on you, kind of like it's their loss, right? It's not aligned up. It's like a message from the universe saying this isn't going to work out. Don't go groveling, chasing, regretting. Just let the thing fall away. It is what it is, because a lot of times when things don't work out from somebody else, like if they turn their back on us or ghost us or run off with someone else, we sit and think about how it could have been, the situation. Maybe things were going really well, you were in a relationship, it was going smooth, you kept thinking about that future energy, like how good it is. But if it ended, that means it wasn't going to be that. You have to see it for what it really is. Okay, so that is for Friday. Now we are going to go ahead and get into Saturday. So for Friday, I would just definitely say this regret, learn the lesson from it, gain the strength from it, and move on. Okay, as long as you learn the lesson and do things differently and gain the strength and like I said, the lesson from it, you'll do well. Okay, so let's go ahead and see about Saturday the 19th. What's this energy? She Who Doubts, Enid, Fear, or Wariness, and Trust. Okay, so this could be lingering on from that regret, doubting. So again, like I said, if this is a situation where someone has left you, ghosted you, cheated on you, said some nasty things to you, whatever it is, and we have that regret, that's taking it like personal. So sometimes people are in a situation where someone will do that to them, and then they start taking it like, oh, it must be something wrong with me. So this might be that doubt creeping in. Like, maybe I could have done something different, what is wrong with me? This is that doubt from that, okay? So Again, this could also be like if you were the one that left something behind or didn't follow through with somebody or turned your back on somebody, because remember we did have that four of cups. This is maybe having doubts like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe the grass wasn't greener. So, like I said, it can go two ways here because everybody's different. So there's energy of someone maybe doing something that you regret to you, or vice versa, you did something to someone else. So again, this is all about learning that lesson. The doubt, it happened. There's nothing you can do about it. We can't change the past. It's taking that lesson and moving forward. Doubt, trust the universe. Like if somebody was removed out of your life, that was meant to be. Sometimes rejection is divine protection. So remember that, okay? And now we have judgment. Yeah, see, this is going within and really thinking about who we are, what we did, why we did things. This is that deep revelation within ourselves. So this doubt is coming up because, this doubt is coming up because, fear, wariness, and trust. Wondering, why this happened. Was it something within me? Like, did they leave me because of something I did? Or why did I do that to that person, So this is that after the fact comes in, right? And then on the bottom we have the Page of Swords. So this is and being inspired with the truth. So see, we're getting that truth about the situation, really taking a look at what happened with this regret and now this doubt, okay? So now we are going to go ahead and move into Sunday. So this is really touching base with somebody that something's happened that they are not pleased with the result, the regret of something happening here. So let's see. Sunday. What's happening Sunday? She who enfolds, swathe, embrace, and self-care. A trinity. So, see, this is after the fact that you went through the regret, you've went through the doubt and questioning things, really that deep revelation, and now it's all coming to unfold, like realizing, why it happened, what happened, after that truth comes in, then we can figure out the steps of it, So this is, doing some self-care, soothing yourself, healing from that energy, and, maybe offering that forgiveness, whether it's to yourself or to someone else, right? And forgiveness is it doesn't always have to be that we go back and let the person do it all over again, or we do the same thing again. That doesn't mean that. This is meaning that we forgive the situation because everybody's in the place where they are at that moment. And the good thing about, not the good thing, it's not the good thing. The thing about forgiveness, which I want to point out here, because there's so many people that say, I'm sorry, and offer forgiveness, but they don't really act on that. They think that if they just say the words, that's it. No, forgiveness is changed attitude. You change your attitude. You change your outlook. If somebody comes to you and says, I'm sorry for doing something, and then they come back 2 weeks later and do the same exact thing, that is not forgiveness, people. Forgiveness is learning the lesson and actually forgiving. Also, forgiveness is not like somebody comes to you and apologizes, and then there's bitterness. Like every time something happens that's remotely triggers that situation, you are bringing it back up. When you offer forgiveness, it's like a clean slate. You forgive it, you come from that open heart, you realize like, hey, I understand that was in a place where you were maybe not high vibrational. If they've raised their vibration and they aren't really doing it again, but you're still throwing those little zingers at them, that's not forgiveness, right? So it's about offering forgiveness. It's about taking care of yourself, healing from that energy and letting go, tapping into your strength, tapping into that self-care, that self-love, offering that open-hearted compassion for the whole situation. So that's what this Sunday is getting into. So that's good. Sometimes this takes a long time. So it looks like this is moving pretty quick, right? Sometimes people hold on to that. Yeah, see? Now we have the Seven of Pentacles. So planting seeds for the future, right? Planting seeds from that growth that you experienced through whatever this regret was from, whatever this doubt was from. Gaining that wisdom, healing, and planting those seeds for the future. So next time something happens like that, you'll be prepared. Like you'll maybe see the signs, the red flags. You'll set up healthy boundaries, things like that. So I love that energy. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, and see, this is slowly moving forward in a methodical way, cautiously, carefully, paying attention better, not rushing in. So that's that energy. So this is the energy this weekend. It looks like, something's happened, whether it's on your side or their side. There's some kind of regret on this situation. And like I said, please stay in your highest vibration, as well as, secure in yourself, having confidence in yourself, and don't let people walk all over you if that's the situation. If it's something that you did, please learn that lesson, because would you want that done to you? It's kind of like that golden rule. So that's the energy for this weekend. And thanks so much for watching. As always, if you don't already subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And have a beautiful weekend and lots of healing, energy, and growth. So take care. Peace.